album concept hour. The album concept hour. It's the album concept hour.
Welcome everybody back to the album concept hour. I am your host Brad LeBaron, as I always am, and we are joined here by John. What's going on, John?
I'm just chilling, man. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing better now that we've listened to this album. Dude.
This album's kind of healing.
This album is uplifting. You know, I'm excited to talk about it. And we have one of our superstar guests, Danielle MacQuarrie, back on the podcast. Welcome, Danielle.
This summer, superstar guest.
Yes, guests are back, guys. Guests are back.
I told Trevor we're gonna get him back.
Yeah, we decided f all that live stuff. I'm just gonna record it and upload it again, so I don't have to deal with it. Because you know what, like when we first started doing like the live stuff, there was a lot of people doing like live podcast stuff, but I think now mostly it's edited. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean? Yeah, like sometimes we'll get someone that jumps into the stream and, you know, comments or something, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, thank you for coming on the podcast again and bringing such a great album. We'll talk about it, but it's Jesse Wells, Masks Off.
Yes. Very relevant,
Masks Off.
guys.
I keep forgetting if it's Masks On or Masks Off for the album title. It's Masks
off, motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's so good. I can't wait to jump into it. But before we get into all that, let's we'll go around and find out what everyone's been listening to, and then I'll ask, you know, what's your kind of background is with Jesse Wells. As for me, Music League has been going good. We just finished up our for the playlist me and Dave are on. I'll give the report for me and Dave. Do you know what the Music League is, Danielle?
I feel like this sounds new, but I'm not sure if it's news.
Yeah, I forget. I always talk about it like everyone knows what it is. I should probably explain it more often. But we're part of this Music League thing where we do like 8 to 10 rounds where everyone submits a song for a prompt, and we make playlists and then, you know, vote on how well each person does the prompt for that. It makes really awesome playlists. It's really fun. We should really get you in one of these. Actually.
Oh, absolutely. I'd be totally down for that.
Yeah. Because like it's, you know, I'm in 2 leagues and, you know, I love them both. But we just finished the one with me and Dave we're in where we did all of the 7 deadly sins for each round, and then cool. Satan, God, and then man for the last 3 rounds. The last round I submitted Troglodyte by Viagra Boys, and I got first place for that round. I think I got 7th overall for that league.
Oh, okay.
Because I did join one round late, so I was a little behind.
Okay.
It was a really great playlist though for everyone. I think that I think it was a fun league. I'm really excited to get back into that one. And I think we're in between right now on the Hollywood Handbook Music League that I'm in. But that's going to be most of my Music League talk. What about you, John? You've been jamming on anything?
I've been jamming on a lot of Goo Goo Dolls, actually.
Goo Goo Dolls.
A little nostalgia.
Yeah.
Rip for me.
We played some at my buddy's wedding.
Plus, there's this song they do called Broadway. There's a line in there that's just been hitting me hard. You know, like a young man sitting at the old man's bars waiting on his turn to die. You know?
That line.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been a hard line to think about these days.
Yeah, man.
You know.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
it's tough stuff.
Keep watching From.
Oh, I need to. I really want to start that. I'm really.
Oh man, like they filmed that here in Halifax. I've been waiting to get like background work for it. So I did background work for the Institute, which is anyway, it was fun.
I've seen ads for the Institute.
It's okay. Like I watched the first season. It was like all of the budget is in the music for some reason. But
put it somewhere, I guess.
Yeah,
From's good. We're getting another season,
dude. If you get background extra from, that's gonna be sick.
Gotta know about the yellow.
Yeah.
We'll do an exclusive interview with you,
the background people. Yeah.
We'll do a From themed episode or something.
Yeah, absolutely. I haven't watched it, but it's like I there's like, yeah.
I haven't seen
I've
it.
been hoping to get
He's seen
some,
it. He's been plugging it a lot, and I really want to watch it.
Yeah.
But I don't know much about it except for it's Lost-esque.
Yeah,
Yes,
I don't like.
correct.
Honestly, I
It
want to
is.
watch it, but I want to wait
I
until I
don't.
get it.
Oh, we're getting into
shows.
some weird shit. We're getting
Ooh,
into some
okay.
weird shit, man.
Good. That's what I like to
I
hear.
think we got like one more episode,
Yeah.
and then we're like that's ooh.
Is that the end?
No, there's
Okay.
got to be another season.
Okay.
They got to explain some shit.
Okay.
There's some
All
shit
right.
that is not explained yet.
There's shit that needs to be explained.
I'm telling you.
Hey, maybe your background character will be part of
Solve
explaining
it,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. Or be
Maybe.
one of the murders, maybe, or
That'd be nice.
You
Usually
know?
it's non-speaking roles, like
Yeah,
just
well,
like someone in the bag.
someone,
So.
someone like
Always
passed
need
out or
someone
someone
to die
talking
for
at the
No,
the
I mean,
damn
bar.
zombie.
like I said, I
thing
haven't
walking
watched
around.
the show at all. I've heard like it sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I like literally know nothing about it, but
Yeah.
they film it in this city and in this province. So
That's cool.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
fans of Daniel MacQuarrie and the album concept hour, I want you to start a online petition. Get Danielle MacQuarrie in from. All right, it's in your
haven't
backyard.
Online
Here, I haven't
petition.
tried. I'm just gonna let you know this.
Petition.
This doesn't,
Maybe
like,
this is where it
isn't-
begins.
This
You
maybe
know? Maybe this is where the
they're just,
campaign
like,
begins.
Yeah, maybe.
You know?
Check out this person and their
Yeah.
acting.
Because
But,
it's
like-
right. You're right there. You know, like it's
I know, I
your
just-
local.
Yeah.
You know,
Person.
it's good.
Yeah, I like I said, like I did like the institute and I signed up for like We Were Liars or whatever. I don't think
Okay.
I didn't get called in for that one, but I'll have to check for from because I know they're doing a lot this summer
Yeah.
for stuff, like a lot
Yeah.
of shooting. So
Well, yeah,
I'd like to
season
get in
5.
some of
Season
that.
5 coming.
Yeah.
God damn.
That's so cool. I'm always so jealous that you have that stuff going on and like right nearby.
It's weird because like I don't think people would know unless you're here, but
Right,
it's like
right,
it's
yeah.
a hub like for that stuff. So
Yeah. There's random
really
cities that are
cool.
like, oh yeah, a lot of shooting happens here. You know,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah, like Vancouver. Not everyone knows that's like another place where a lot of big productions go. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like the big films and stuff like that. Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah. Have you been jamming on anything in particular, or just a lot of Jesse Wells?
Jesse Wells, absolutely. Olivia, Olivia
Rodrigo.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can never say her name.
She have a new album out right now, right?
Absolutely, yeah. It's
Right.
pretty good.
She's really
and then,
killing it.
Yeah, and there's this woman from Cape Breton, which is part of Nova Scotia geographically. Like
Yeah.
it's like on the eastern end. Her
Yeah.
name's Goldie Bootlier, and there's this song called "The Angel" and "The Saint." Like all of her music is so. It's like the production values are like are so good, and like she's been on like I've seen her like online. Like she's got a lot of views on YouTube and stuff like that. But her name's Goldie Bootlier.
Yeah.
And she's phenomenal. So
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to check that out.
yeah.
That I think transitions nicely into who we're talking about today. Like Jesse Wells is someone that is from, famous from like Instagram Reels and like probably TikTok, I'm sure. For playing in a very old school, folksy fashion and in like the tradition of folk, which is like to, speak truth to power, which is like something that like, Bob Dylan did a great job of, but he even didn't do as good of a job as like Woodie Guthrie. You know what I mean?
Mm.
As far as like speaking like truth to power. And this is like really returning to that like Woodie Guthrie kind of thing. It's like one of these few new instances of people that are famous from doing short form content and like are actually taking it to the next level. And like this is something that could be on like the Billboard Top 40 or whatever, not that matters.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But like, he's actually made a full album that is like, contends with the best of them. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So,
Absolutely.
it's cool to see.
I was not expecting that when
yeah.
we came into this, by the way.
Yeah.
This is really,
I wasn't either. I
this
think
is really
that's-
80-90%
Yeah.
connected very well.
I'm sure that he
Very
was
well.
probably pretty aware of that, because everyone's, kind of used to, just him with his acoustic guitar playing in front of like an open field of some kind, you know what I mean? Or a forest
What's
area.
cool is he gets to do different forms of music
Yeah.
and even different songs, but because of the current climate, they are all related because it's all about the same.
Well, yeah, it's all
thing.
very like that's the like
You know?
the like his main talent is like he's able to write these very relevant folk songs very
They're
quickly for this new kind of world that we're living in.
Serious.
And it just seems to flow out of him, and he's got a good you know, he's good at lyrics, he's good at we're gonna be singing a lot of praises of this guy, I think, today. We're enamored right now.
Yeah.
But
it was good.
yeah,
I was surprised.
and I'm just excited because it's fresh. It just came out.
I know.
Yeah. So so when did Jesse Wells get on your radar, Danielle?
I like definitely like last year, but it's not been that long. Like I was
Right,
kind of
right.
shocked because I went on YouTube and I noticed, and I didn't realize the album was released like this. I think it was like the same day. And it's
Yeah.
like, but I've heard a lot of the songs on the album I've heard like on TikTok, like TikTok on Reels
Right.
and things like that.
Yeah.
So like obviously Red and the Ice song, and there's a few others
Yes.
that like when I was listening to the album I was already familiar with.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, it's to me it's just like it's kind of exciting to see someone that you've seen online and then you see like they have a fully fleshed out good album within a year
with
of like
production and
yeah,
a full band that they're all like tight, like
exactly.
yeah.
And it was
yeah.
like like watched the like as I told you, like I messaged you about it originally, the trailer park, you know,
Yeah.
visual of like
Yeah.
that like live album, like
Yeah.
which I wasn't expecting, and I fucking loved it because it was just
Yeah.
like it kind of like leans into the audio aesthetic essentially like like I mentioned earlier about like growing up like in a small rural community and like drinking in a field and listening to AC/DC.
Yeah.
It kind of conjures up that kind of feeling.
Yeah.
And it just like it was so perfect to set for that you know, full album like performance. And so
Yeah.
anyway, I think it's just like I'm just pumped about it. Like it's like I haven't been this like excited about an album in a while.
Yeah.
Where there's just something to it. Like, and not to say like, you know, like Olivia Rodrigo's album just came out. It's not that but it's just a different.
It's a different thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the tradition of like folk is such an important part of especially American culture, you know, like that's like, you know, what like built a lot of our music, you know, what it stemmed from those old tunes that would just play it over and over again. And everyone had their own rendition, and eventually people recorded them and put them down, and a name was put to the song or whatever. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That was like the whole first generation.
Yeah, right.
Of like
exactly.
Of like rock music
and
in particular.
It's
and
like
blues.
One of those artists, but like just popping up in the digital age, you know? And it's fun to see how different it is, but also still representing, you know, some of the important things.
Yeah, and I think too is like you got to think if this guy just stuck to singing in bars,
yeah,
I don't think we would have heard of him. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
and he went about it in a very like direct way.
Yeah,
and he got his message out so clearly, and it just it worked for him. So good for him.
Yeah, like the first time I saw him, like, damn, this is like a very above average Instagram reel. Like I'm like, hell yeah. You know?
Yeah.
Because there, you know, there's plenty of like, you know, music Instagram people, but like, you know, a lot of times like it's like they got like a shtick or whatever that they're like kind of sticking to, you know. Which like, you know, like you might have been able to say that he was doing until this album came out. I think, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but now you cannot discount that he is maybe a generational act, you know?
Yeah. Because I think like because of like how good not just the production value, but like
the songwriting,
but like instrumentation. I feel like he's someone who, like you mentioned, like one of the songs earlier, and like I don't know if I should wait, but it's like sounds like Tom Petty, and it's like I feel like he's someone who could write different genres and wouldn't be like pigeonholed to specifically sounding like this all the time if he didn't want to.
Yeah,
he's and I think what he needs to do.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of good songs in the future from him.
We should play that first.
But yeah, I was about to say let's get into it. This album did just come out like last month.
Just
and the visual
no, this month, June 12th.
Well, I think didn't the album itself drop a little earlier than the video?
No, I thought it did too, or maybe I'm wrong. But when I go on Spotify, it says like June 12th is the release date
Okay.
for
Yeah,
the
because
album
it doesn't have a Wikipedia page yet, which is a shame.
because it's so soon, like recent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says
I
June
want to
12th,
see
2026.
Yeah, I couldn't get like a good detailed list of like the personnel for the album. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, because I wanted
It's
to. I
that, it's
wanted
that
to.
fresh, baby. It's that fresh.
It's that fresh. It's true.
Yeah, I couldn't find no Wikipedia
Yeah.
page.
Yeah. Like, and it deserves one. It's worthy of one. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, this first track though is Masks Off. If you
Off,
don't
gloves
know
off,
about
motherfucker.
his political leanings, you will shortly. Here's a little bit of Masks Off.
They think you're so damn stupid. They think you're so damn crazy. Killing people from a distance in an instant at the insistence of a president with a black melt gun to his head for the fun that he had in the dark ages. Pages and pages and pages and pages. They thought they'd get away with it. The minimum wage is outraged with it. Gonna burn someone at the stake for a fruit of the doom. Oranges and grapists. Hold on to your vapes, kids. Icicles and alligators and blood traders and purveyors.
God damn, dude. Bars.
So good.
Almost rapping the way he fits all
Oh,
those
100%.
lyrics in.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Like, wow.
That was the big thing that I pulled from this track is like, I'm like, it's so cool to hear like someone returning to folk post rap hip hop.
Yeah.
Because like syncopation and like, you know, just more
He
rhythm in how you're saying the words that you're saying has like, you know, has advanced since
It's
since
adapted.
Bob Dylan and
It's clobbed in.
Yeah, that's
It
what I love
feels
about
very
all rock
gender-
music past rap and hip hop. I think has benefited from that.
Yeah,
You know,
and it's very gender blending and genre blending,
Genre,
genre
different kind of
bending.
genre.
Yeah.
Gender bending.
But just like I'm gonna have to unplug my headphones because
That's okay.
with the sound, I find like having headphones in, it makes it hard to hear myself properly.
Right,
But like,
that's okay.
yeah, like the genre bending and blending, and it sounds like back to me a little bit. Like I'm thinking of like Loser, like you know, like
It's that
very, like,
90s
word, like
Yeah, I could hear that. Yeah.
and just like I find I repeat the lyrics a lot. Like this song in particular, like even the delivery of the pages and pages and pages, like there's just
you
so,
feel
like,
that. You fucking feel that as like just a citizen of this world.
I actually love the line right before it. He had this because he had his fun in the dark ages.
The dark
and
ages.
now there's pages and pages and pages and pages and pages of it.
Yeah.
And he can't deal with it.
Yeah. It's like we all know what he's talking about. You know what I mean? He doesn't even have to be more specific than that.
That is very linear lines.
Yeah.
About something.
Yeah. It's such a great opening for the album. This is also he calls out he says, "Hey Bill, hey Billy, Sarah, Tom, and Mike." Those are different Arkansas politicians.
Wow, specific.
Bill Clinton.
Oh yeah, that's who I was picturing, and like Sarah.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
That's Bubba for you.
Mike Huckabee Sanders. Former governor and current ambassador to Israel.
Dude,
fancy that. And Tom Cotton,
I'm
current
telling
senator.
you. I got a friend that has a long-standing theory that they just all had a nice little orgy together, and that's why they don't talk about each other that way.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's pretty
somebody's
much.
got the footage somewhere.
Well, yeah, that's become pretty clear at this point. I don't even think that's like controversy at this point. It's like, yeah, we got tapes of all of them somewhere, I guess.
Licking each other's balls somewhere.
Yeah, whatever they do. But yeah, it like he's so good at calling out the hypocrisy of everything, just really just in this one, he's really kind of getting to a lot of it at once. He's kind of laying out his good first track is always, I think, laying out your kind of mission statement, you know, and this is definitely a good mission statement. And what was he in this?
Well, even just like I like the title, like Master Off. Like it has like different connotations. like even just like as a title track, like revealing something right off the bat. And
Yeah.
it does like it's like very punchy. Like I just found
Yeah.
like it's just like so good. And yeah, it's a great way to like kind of catapult things, you know.
Yeah, and it's something that, like, is a timely thing to say, like if you've been paying attention at all, like exactly what Masks Off refers to.
Yeah.
Because yeah, like they are just kind of blatantly just thrown in our faces that, they're evil people, they're in control, and they don't give a shit what you think about it, you
Yeah.
know?
And it's like there's been this like kind of there's been this sense of like we don't have to follow decorum, or like we don't have to
Yeah.
like listen to the laws anymore. But then like it's nice to see that that's not a perpetual forever kind of thing, and things have been changing, and it's been kind of
Hmm. Yeah.
being people are being held accountable. It's just taking longer than people would like.
Yeah. Yeah. Like this is like, part of the reason like Neil Young and stuff was so activated to sing about some of the stuff he's saying about is, I'm blanking on the college shooting
Oh,
by the National Guard.
God.
You know what I mean? Like he was
Um,
also
Yeah.
activated
not
by,
Missouri.
Yeah.
Oh God, I know what you're talking about.
authoritarian pushes
It's
happening
actually
in his
it's
time.
actually
you know?
a Neil Stills and
Yeah. It's a
Young
famous. So we've
song,
talked about it many
but it's
times on this.
not.
I'm just
But
blanking
like,
on it.
yeah.
But yeah,
Oh,
he's
what is
he's
that
reacting
shit?
to the time he exists in, which is why it feels so fresh and so refreshing. It's very much yeah, I don't know.
It's giving clarity
There's a lot of like
to a
artists that
lot of
talk about this
things
stuff, but not as directly
as
and
they
as
should be.
cleverly, you know? Um so yeah,
No, this deserves a lot of attention. This
yeah,
should get
yeah.
more attention.
Yeah. And the fact that it's a newer artist, it's just, it all is clicking for us, Yeah, all the chorus here, all the masks are off and they don't even try. They know that that they know, and they don't even mind if they don't even mind it. All the masks are off and they're getting lazy. They think you're so damn stupid. They think you're so damn crazy.
Yeah.
Like we're essentially being gaslit as a people.
Yeah.
But
That's the media's job.
yeah, this next track we got for you
Fucking
guys.
keep gaslighting us no matter what.
Yeah, speaking of
No matter which way you
these
go.
fucking cronies, we got the Ballad of Big Balls.
Oh,
The techno-billionaire goblin was about killed out, but he left behind big balls, like some vestige of tail, and them balls went to town, and they got beat all to hell. Some days the dojin is easy, some days the dojin is hard. When the dojin don't work, you'd better call in the guard. The citrus Caesar and the Telian prince were throwing it all at the wall.
See, that's the kind of shit that I love. Okay, because like he's doing the kind of shit that they did back in like classic rock, where like they were,
dude, this is from the 80s, man.
Well, like
There ain't
it's
no
like I'm thinking of. Well, there's that.
Latin rag.
Well, there's that too, the sound. But I'm just talking about how he's using like the terminology,
Right.
like the not tangerine. He didn't use tangerine. He used the citrus.
Citrus Caesar.
Oh,
Says
yeah.
Caesar and the Telian prince or something. And like that's the thing, like like thinking of like maybe like in the Court of the Crimson King and some of those kind of earlier bands were like they're kind of talking about the the chains of power, but in these kind of fantastical ways where they say kings and queens and gestures and whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I see just kind of just a little bit of a through line with the is songwriting.
I think too is like with what's been going on in the world, it does feel very like I mean, that we talk about history repeating itself, and we talk about like revolutionary kind of moments throughout like time, and
Yeah.
it's hard not to start to think about certain characters that exist in this like current climate, and start kind of visualizing them as like historic figures, like so it's
Right.
like using that kind of
Yeah.
like terminology and things like that, and like thinking about rulers who are dictators and things that like it's you start to kind of I think that I mean that's kind of what I was thinking like when I was like hearing this lyric is just like thinking about like even like the analogy of like the like what is it called, the emperor with no clothes, and sometimes like hearing Trump and everyone's like, oh, it's like there was a recently with that pool like outside Washington,
the pool shit is
the goddamn
so
reflecting
dumb,
pool,
dude.
the gash in the reflecting pool. That's why
like,
people are pulling out the paint that totally didn't come up because of all the chemicals they put in, because of all the green Mountain Dew algae.
Yeah,
I saw this. Oh, sorry. I saw this guy from like, was it CNN? And he was like, "Oh, the liberals will tell you it's a green pool, but I can tell you it's not." And it's like, they're like just constantly just lying and gaslighting. Like,
it's just, it.
I know there's a lot of that too. It's just like there's more than there should be, and it's like, you know,
they're just lying.
The analogy,
to our faces.
The analogy I was giving was like, it's like they got punched in the face, and then they're like, "Why did you punch me in the face?" You know, like they keep punching themselves in the face. They're like, "Why are you punching me in the face?"
Oh, yeah.
You know,
you're punching yourself in the face. Stop punching me in the face.
And then they just keep, you know, it's just like that's the world they're living in now.
Oh my god.
And people are getting fucking arrested, and they put a gate around it and shit. It's just so embarrassing to be an American right now.
What sucks though is that we're getting all this positive attention because of the World Cup, because all these Europeans are visiting, and
we're
they're
getting
like,
attention.
"Oh my god, it's great." They're eating all of our food, and they're becoming addicted to all the things that they don't.
Well, but also there's
people that have given Taco Bell a 10, guys.
There's people that are, you know, that are under a certain or darker than a certain shade that have been giving really awful treatment and been like,
yes, of course.
All right, you'll be flown into the game and then flown out after the game.
Wow.
You know, that kind of shit. So just a real awful place we have created here.
Yeah.
But this is a good line here.
That's the shit I was scared of. Like we're getting all this positive attention.
Yeah.
But they're not really seeing what's going on. When publicly, we're just being nice right now because of all this cup attention.
Yeah.
But like, we're still doing dumb shit.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me just read this part. Now I was rolling my eyes just like a Rolling Stone when Uncle Huckabee called me on the telephone. He said, "I'm raising money up for people in need." I said, "Of course, Uncle Huck. That strip is starving indeed." He said, "The Lord's at work here, boy. The job ain't done, son. You need Jesus, and Jesus needs guns." Mm-hmm. I love the way that like he talks about like Christianity like in a way that I often do, which is like I'm a pastor's kid, so I'm extremely familiar with it. I've done plenty of my own research. I know the stories, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so knowing what, you know, Jesus's actual intentions were generally as far as peace and, you know, loving your neighbors,
welfare,
you know, he was a very socialist guy. Whenever I hear people like misrepresenting stuff like in Jesus's name or God, you know, God's name, it is extremely frustrating because I'm like, you're not doing it in their name. You are doing it in your own name. You are, you know,
you're blasphemously using their name.
Like,
you know what I think too is like we're talking about like quoting of scripture, and the idea of like, you know how like people say it's like blasphemous to say, "Oh my God," or like there's a suggestion that you can't say that. I feel like there's a misinterpretation because I feel like what blasphemy would be is like
this, right?
This is blasphemy, saying this is what God's saying
about.
Yeah,
and then using it for hate speech.
Yep.
And using it to condemn people or like, you know, whatever.
To justify condemning people.
Yeah. And it's like, to me, that like, that is like, I just like think about that so much like that. Like
that's misconstrued message if I've ever seen it.
And it's like, I really think back to like when I was more in the, you know, when I was in the faith and I was, you know, going to church and stuff of like why it was always so confusing. You know, because I would read something and then a guy would tell me something just slightly different, slightly off. You know, I'd be like, huh, I guess that's what that means. you
Dude,
know,
yeah.
and then you read it like later as like a put together person or whatever, and you're like, oh yeah, using the Lord's name in vain would mean like, saying you're doing something in his name, but you're not. It's not just God
it's
didn't
not
just
saying, "Oh my God."
Yeah, God didn't just throw down a bunch of swear words and say don't use these words. That's not that's just the very like dumb like PC culture stuff that they claim everyone else is doing,
to keep us more polite, quote unquote.
Yeah. It's like, no, you're just protecting yourself.
Growing up with my dad sometimes, because he's real conservative Christian.
Yeah.
And it's like knowing him and what he would do personally versus what he fucking says.
Yeah.
Is what breaks my heart every day with that.
Yeah, it is very,
because I love him and I know what he would do for a person on a level.
Yeah.
But then I know what the fuck he says sometimes.
You see the cognitive dissonance
like,
in
that is not what you do. That's not who you raised me to be, actually. But you say that.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah, that's like a
Go to
common
church
problem.
7 days a week.
That's a common problem with taking Christianity seriously. Is like you kind of almost push yourself out because they're like, oh well, Jesus actually said this stuff, and I haven't seen
much like Jesus.
I haven't seen much of this in the church I'm in, so I'm very confused. Anyway, that
socialism bad unless you're giving to the church for free.
Yeah,
time and labor. That's not bad.
But yeah, I just want to mention.
Bad.
I just want to mention before we move on, though, Ballad of Big Balls. Big Balls. If you're listening to this in the future or you're not plugged in, Big Balls was a like 20-year-old hacker guy that Elon Musk brought into the government. His internet name.
Right?
His internet name was Big Balls.
Yeah,
and he got beat up by someone in Washington D.C. allegedly, and Trump used that to increase National Guard presence in D.C. So, Big Balls did a lot of the Doge shit they were still reeling from. He got
a lot of shit from
that was a ballad to him. This next track we got for you. A lot of
stuff he didn't get caught for.
Oh yeah, we're going to be litigating that for a long time. This next track we got for you is called "Everything Must Die."
Everything must die.
You must go. Don't you know what they do to people like you? Give an inch, they take a mile. Life will only last a while. Everything must die.
Fucking A, dude. That's maybe one of my favorite tracks, honestly. Just outside of everything, like it's just such a nice track.
It's like it has almost like a Beatles vibe or something. Like but it's like I don't know.
It's giving you it's
sort of like live and let live.
Message.
Everything must die.
It's funny you mentioned that because I wrote down this is like an Oasis track. Which is a band that's trying to sound like the Beatles.
In the 90s.
So,
which it does sound like 90s Beatles.
Yeah.
Which is what I was thinking.
Which is what Oasis is.
Actually.
Yeah. But he does even do a little bit of like the na 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 na. That's something that's in an Oasis song. But I can't remember the song.
Well, see, I was going to say that even
Future
makes
Brad,
sense.
Plug that in. Oh, okay. This is just a gross misuse of my time. I'm not even going to dignify this with an answer. Maybe do some research, past Brad. Have you thought about that? Maybe get the references your damn self. Anyway, the song he's thinking of is "She's Electric" by Oasis.
Because like Oasis was like grunge Beatles, right?
Right.
And that's kind of what some of these lyrics are like. Everything must die. But
that's part of it too. Is like it's a very classic, like good stands on its own song. Like if you just heard this on its own, you'd be like, dude, this is a good track. Like I'd leave it on, turn it up on the radio. It stands on its own.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know. Like again, before I started listening to this album, I didn't know that he was an artist that could do that.
Yeah, I know. Like when I pitched it to you, I was like, in my mind, I'm like, it's just listen to it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because I didn't know how. Like, I knew you were familiar with him, but I didn't know. Like, because like I said, I sat down, like, watched most of the album, like the YouTube, just like live
Yeah.
performance.
Yeah.
I was like, holy fuck. Like, there's not, like, I don't often get like that excited, like, especially just doing that, the choice to do
Yeah.
that kind of live performance in that
Yes.
setting.
Very
I was like,
cool.
holy shit, like,
Very
that's
cool
cool.
move. Yeah.
That was like
Yeah.
a nice choice, and like just it made sense for this whole album.
Yeah.
And yeah, so anyway, but this song in particular, like it's definitely a departure, but I was like, I appreciated it. I was like, this is great. Like it's good to have something like a kind of different tone in the mix anyway. So
yeah, and one of those, you know, classic songs where, like, you know, you can interpret it in multiple ways. You know, you could read this as a love song. You could read this as you know, a song about some of the other stuff he's been talking about as far as our relationship with our government. You know, you can really take it a number of ways, which I think is a good songwriting ability to be able to have a song that's got multiple layers and
absolutely,
things. You know.
like leave it up for interpretation. Like
Like he's really good at like being straightforward and, you know, like just telling us what's going on and stuff, but like this is also, you know, very important for a songwriter, you know. Oh, that's right, this is one. My interpretation of this is that it's about capitalism and consumerism as far as like everything must die, you know. Because I think that's kind of one of the things he's also kind of, you know, getting at, not a whole lot in this album, but like part of what we're dealing with in this day and age is some stuff that we maybe take for granted that is like, you know, makes our lives easier, quote unquote, but maybe has like devastating reasons that it makes life easier. You know what I mean?
Like data centers, for example, like everything around you that died. And how impactful that is on the environment. But it's like we're so moving towards automation that there's the excuses, well, we have to have these things. And it's like, you know, it does suck because, you know, obviously people have been, you know, contending with the fact that we don't want to, you know, invest in the environment at all.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like this is just like a quick route to ruining the planet even faster.
Yeah. Let's just fast track it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And I like the message is like, it's a sweet, like beautiful song, but also it's the, you know, thing he's I think trying to say is like, we need to let go of some of these, you know, niceties and some of these things that make life easier. Maybe online shopping we might need to let go of.
Oh God.
You know? There's certain
what he's
things
asking is impossible though.
But what he's asking is necessary.
I know.
Like, and okay, I don't want to get on a soapbox. All right. But like, ever since when I was growing up, I saw the malls disintegrate as online shopping became a thing.
That was horrible.
I decided at that point when I was young, I'm not going to participate in online shopping for the most part. And mostly I have done that. And every now and again, I need to get something. And I'm like, hey, my friend that has Amazon, can you order me that quick? You know, but like ultimately, like I saw at least from what happened to the malls and stuff, I'm like, well, this is just ruining like the local commerce, you know, and that's not great. So even before I was like into socialism stuff, I was like, this doesn't seem like it's going to end well, you know? And I don't mean to be like, hey, I knew this shit was going south before everyone else did, but like, it's just,
I mean, it's hard not to see the signs now. That's what's tough.
We become very comfortable though, like being like, oh, I can get this thing that I need tomorrow.
I'll tell you right now, I've actually like kept mostly to that philosophy, but I do get my Megazords online.
There's some things that you can only get online. So, you know, so like that's the thing. Like I don't want to moralize or whatever, you know, it's just, you know,
I need to get my Megazords
try to at least
online,
limit it. Make it a, you know, make it an emergency.
The Japanese ones are better though. When I find those for a good price.
Yeah. Oh, straight up, dude.
Always better.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
The originals. Anyways, I'm sorry.
But yeah, this next track we got for you is Techno-Pagan. Really great. Techno-Pagans with an S. Really great track title.
Revelations, raptures nigh. The benevolence of predators will always blow my mind. I don't love it, I don't hate it, I don't even know what's real. Yeah, the more I understand, the more misunderstood I feel. I don't fight now, I'm alright now. It may be.
This one really speaks to me.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Well, that's a tough message.
Yeah. Well, that line, that specific line, the benevolence of predators will always blow my mind.
And we just
that
allow
line
them.
fucking hurts. You know what I mean? Like, it is getting really to the root of like the kinds of people that will like go to church, talk about, you know, all the good loving your neighbor stuff,
I'll
and
watch
then
him do it.
be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna call the ice on my neighbors, you know, or you know,
It's about love your neighbor, but what's your conditions for
like,
that? That's the question.
And it's like they think of themselves as these benevolent, good people because they're going to church. And that's all that matters to them, is that they're going to church once a week so they can check it off.
Jesus in your life.
But like the benevolence is insane. It's like that insanity we've been talking about where like you're punching yourself and like telling someone to stop punching you.
Well, that's what's crazy is when you find yourself in a position of like even me, like I grew up going to church every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And yet I find myself believing more in Jesus now, and the especially the new gospel message, while still trying to understand the old gospel message now than I ever did when I went to church every single Sunday.
Yeah.
As a kid.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that we're in a society where that's actually more prevalent than people that go to church every Sunday and hear the message.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple.
Sorry,
like,
go ahead.
To speak to that, like I know, like for myself, I started going to church. I never grew up going to church ever, but then I think you get to a point where, you know, things are going to hell, and people are looking for something outside of themselves.
Yeah,
they're looking, they're striving for like, what is the point of all of this?
Yes,
like, is there, you know, like it becomes very daunting, and it is tough because sometimes, you know, the benevolence of predators. A lot of ministers and priests are predators, and it sucks because we've built up, you know, so much like not faith in the church, but it isn't, because there's no faith in the church.
What it is, if I could speak to it, is it's like I talk about this in socialist circles. It's infrastructure.
Yeah.
What churches have is infrastructure. They have buildings that are subsidized.
Dude, the Roman Empire got involved in the Christian church, and that started Company Christian Church.
Right.
And that's never stopped.
Well, yeah, and that's like when I talk about like why we need like social programs and stuff. It's like, you see, we already have these places for, you know, people on one side of the aisle to gather and to organize. You know what I mean? What we don't have in a lot of those, especially rural places, is those buildings for the other side to organize.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like like the leftists don't have a space besides maybe Unitarian churches, maybe.
Or
you know what I mean?
There's like new age groups online and stuff like that.
But online,
we don't have
not
buildings.
always the same.
We don't have the taxes.
I agree. It's the physicalness of the building.
Yeah.
It's the physicalness of standing next to your fellow man.
It's that like McDonald's-fication of property, you know?
Yeah. And it's like, if people who are lost, you can just walk and find a church within like 2 minutes. I mean, like in any small town, there's tons of them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's a very important part of the problem, you know?
Yeah.
And then just another line I wanted to mention, though. They say you rise up from the ashes. Why'd you ever have to burn?
Yeah.
You know?
Boy,
that kind of like
that goes all the way back to the witch burnings in Europe. Let's not talk.
Well, also it's just like it's that kind of mentality where it's like almost fetishizing what's the word I'm looking for? Struggle. You know,
absolutely.
where it's like,
no, honestly, like going back to the biblical stance, like the church I go to it's a United Church of Canada. So they have like more of a political stance, even when it comes to Jesus's like crucifixion. And the way they view it is he was martyred by the Romans. So it's like the idea that like to celebrate the cross, the image of the cross is something that they do question in the church itself, is like, should we be using that symbol and glorifying it when it was enacted upon him and when he was a martyr trying to speak about how people should act and how people should treat each other. And it's like this idea that, like, going back to what you said, just kind of like, but yeah.
Well, yeah, because I think even I believe, correct me if I'm wrong out there, but I think in early Christianity, it was mostly just the fish symbol that was the main symbol of the movement. And then eventually, eventually the cross became the main thing. It is one of those things where it's like, it's a strange move if you really think about it.
Well, it's even crazier because like I was just reading about like Judas a little bit. And there's a whole movement about Judas
of the disciples, actually,
that like says that what he was doing, which may be believable or not, like you can draw your own conclusion from it.
I talking about the Apocrypha of Judas.
Yeah, like Judas was like just
where Jesus was like, "Hey, you got to do this.
Somebody's got to be my traitor.
Why do I got to do this?" He's like, "I don't know. You got to do this." So like, it makes Judas seem like he's actually like the most loving disciple because he like followed through on being the bad guy, which is why that book wasn't involved in, included in the Bible, because they, want a clean story.
That would mess with the whole narrative.
But yeah. Judas too,
I mean, what do you think?
Slept on disciple. I'm telling you, man. Sorry, what were you saying?
Sorry.
What was the question?
Oh no, like I was just like, what's your opinion on that? Like, the
Apocryphas. I mean, I don't, I think they're, probably just as legitimate as any other books in the Bible.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? They're all written by the, similar groups of peoples or whatever. It's just someone decided these ones are in the Bible and these ones are not.
I guess my point of that is that like it really there's a million different viewpoints for everything.
Yeah, and they're really interesting reads too. They're really interesting, like the Jesus teenage years and shit. Like, he has a bit of a Smallville phase, where he's using his powers a little bit.
I think he hung out with some rich people, and that's why he didn't like rich people.
That's true. It doesn't take long. Where you're like, oh, you're like kind of
some princes because they think you're really cool, and then all of a sudden you watch one of them just send a servant to get beheaded because they nicked your something.
Yeah,
but that's like something I think about too. Is like even if that is the case, like argument's sake, that like, but think about if you are that kind of being, the kind of restraint required to choose to be good perpetually.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's something to be said about, having the ability to not be that and choosing to.
And he still chose to be part of us.
Yeah, to continue being a good person and like choosing the right path rather than the wrong path.
And trying to teach us. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, trying to teach us to take the right path.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
Yeah. Most of the shit he talks about, he's
no
like
one
a hippie.
Ever talks about how he is demigod status. He is the son of God. He is demigod status. He is just as much demigod as Hercules.
Speaking of demigod,
Thor. Like, sorry, but like that's all the things they say he did. Of course he did.
Well, speaking of demigod, in a couple tracks, we have one called Siddhartha, which is a similar situation going on. But before we get to that, we're going to play one more track before we do a break. This is Meet the New Swamp. Here's track 5.
Oh, the new swamp.
The angel
Same as the old swamp.
Lord said, how dare you call this cart? Hitch your wagon to something else, you low down dirty dog. Who do you love now? Who do you love now? Now that you've seen the sun, is there anyone?
This track actually gets into a lot of the stuff we were just talking about with Christianity. I'm surprised we didn't play it earlier. But this track is literally going off of a lot of that kind of hypocrisy that we were just talking about for a little while there.
Oh, I was actually
going
to say this.
Yeah.
And like how it's so baked in to our own hypocrisy that the leaders that we follow, both politically and religiously, especially now that we know about like the Epstein stuff,
Dude,
is just
Jesus fuck.
we literally follow the good Christian American agenda. Literally follows people that are doing that. The Epstein shit.
Yeah.
And then they're
after
the
they
priests,
spent
the
years
Christian priests
talking
who have
about
been
it.
just discovered time and time again to be doing horrible stuff to children, little boys and little girls everywhere, all over the world.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
And it's just, that's what's baked into who we should be listening to morally.
Mm-hmm.
And then we wonder why we have such problems.
Yeah.
Morally.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, well, you wonder why we can't
this shit.
We can't trust you on the pro-life stuff.
We can't
because,
trust
like,
you on anything.
Yeah.
You don't have any morals whatsoever. So why would we even
why are we listening to your morals?
Then it kind of comes back to, it's not necessarily about like, morality. It's about control.
Power.
Like pro-life stuff. There's nothing in the Bible talking about like abortion, because the reality is women have been trying and like done things to prevent pregnancy and terminate pregnancy.
Listen, Game of Thrones. There's Game of Thrones shit. Whenever you watch somebody in power get one of those little bottles from the maesters, that's something that's been happening in society all over the world. When they choose what they want, and then they choose what we're supposed to want.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, regardless of all of like the rationale behind it, it's just like it's control and it's manipulation, and it's like spouting off opinions that we've been bought in or we're supposed to buy into, and it's like I think that's just like we goes along all of the aspects of like the political spectrum, not just like regarding women's bodies or anything. It's just like we're told that this is how we're supposed to think about certain things, and I feel like we're at this point where things that I heard people saying 10-15 years ago, and I thought, oh, they're whack jobs. Now I'm like, like maybe they were onto something. Like,
we just covered Diggable Planets last week, and there was a song all about the pro-life movement and abortion, women's rights and stuff, and it was so spot on. It was like, it even says like, even if Roe v. Wade is overturned, like you're still going to have people botching surgery. They brought up that point, it was just so like, it was 93 this came out too. So it's like
scary too, because I feel like people think abortion is like, like I talked to this before on the Annie DeFranco podcast with you guys, but it's like the idea of it's a viable pregnancy that's unwanted. The reality is in the legislation, women, the baby died, and they can't take the fetus out until they've checked so many boxes. And that means several different appointments on different days, and this thing is rotting inside of them. But what it's saying is we care less about you than we care about the control over your fucking body. Because there's nothing viable there anyway. But it's like you have to make the red tape so thick you're going to die. For what reason other than control? And a lot of it comes down to like billionaires. There's like 5 people running the whole fucking show.
Well, dude,
and they're
then
telling us all of what we're supposed to believe.
Meanwhile, they're getting abortions all the time.
Well, like I said, rich people are always going to get it. They're always going to do it.
That was a point of the song.
If that's what they want to do, they're going to do it. But then they're going to tell you a different thing because you're poor and you need to keep having babies because we need tax money.
If you're listening now, go back into the youtube.com/507park about Diggable Planets. It covers this very well and succinctly, I think. They did such a good job of it. But
that's because that's all they want. That's all they need.
They just want to control
out of us. That's the kind of control.
Ultimately, I'll say it right here. They ultimately just want slavery back, and they're building the infrastructure to do it.
Trying to do that, right?
Yeah, you may call me crazy, but it's coming.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably already here. We'll hear about it.
Well, there's already legislation for ICE. There's already legislation being put forward to make it so ICE detainees can be used for work. So
yeah, and that's the thing is like they were working before, but and they were contributing to society, but now we're like, you're not going to get paid for it. You're
yeah,
still going to
we
be
still want you to work. We just don't want to
Yeah.
pay you.
So terrible.
Yeah. It's like,
But
well,
you gotta have a good attitude.
yeah, you just want slavery back. So
yeah,
fuck them.
Don't
Anyway,
forget that good attitude.
we're gonna take a quick break though. I need to use the restroom, and when we get back, we have a really great song called Siddhartha. Don't go away. Welcome back, everybody, to the Album Concept Hour. We are covering Jesse Wells' Masks Off, and this next track we got for you is Siddhartha.
I guess we're never really dead. There is a man in a yellow cloak, and there ain't nothing left to know. Do you want to know a secret? Do you want to know the truth? The river is laughing, and we're only passing through.
You know, this is a horribly ironic, like, quote that you got from the song.
Yeah,
because the show From that I'm watching literally has a man in a yellow suit that we are just wondering what his damn history is because he's messing with them now and he's becoming a central character, but we don't know his story yet.
Well, who
is the man in the yellow cloak?
In this case, it's Buddha. It's Siddhartha Gautama, I think is his name. Was the original like Buddha guy that it's all based on. Typically they wear yellow cloaks. Yeah. This one's a really beautiful one too.
It's a very nice song.
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember what it is kind of about. The river. This has been a theme on the podcast recently for our King Gizzard episode. Yes.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Your whole storyboard.
Yeah, I don't have a camera on it right now, but there's a storyboard.
A literal storyboard.
Yeah.
Still on the wall.
In the album Polygon Dwanaland that we covered recently, that was a word. They used the river to travel time. I think this might be a similar situation. It's either when he's talking about the river, he's either talking about time or just like kind of just the great everything that we return to in the kind of Hindu or Buddhist sense. But yeah, it's kind of a lot of ponderings on like life and death in this track, and like, you know, you're kind of insignificance or whatever in the grand scheme of things, and you know, very very Buddhist track, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, I like the what's it called, like the contradictions of like, I don't know if it's, I'm not well versed or like knowledgeable, but like like Taoism for example.
Yeah, Taoism.
There's a lot of like, it's like very like yin yang, like a very contradictory almost, like where you have like I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example, but it's just like it feels like a lot of the proverbs or like the sentiments have like a sense of like, I don't know, there's an ebb and flow to things.
Well, there's like there's like what they mean sometimes and then what they're used for.
Right.
And that almost creates its own like ebb and flow, and like saying call that the yin yang. Yeah.
And then there's the idea of the uncarved block in Taoism, which is like basically all of us are, you know, should be or whatever, this uncarved block that has limitless potential. You could be carved into anything, you know. It's kind of the main thing that Taoism is trying to say is like, that's why I like Taoism, is like it doesn't like claim to know a lot, you know. It doesn't claim a lot of finite things. It's just like, hey, you know, like life is all sorts of different things.
You know,
it could be all sorts of different ways.
You know what's never really addressed, even what we were talking about, like with those angry teenage years. Sometimes of Jesus is like, maybe I'm going out east and like discovering some of these things, because some of the things that Jesus really talks about
right
are very similar.
Yeah, yeah. I think that
to those same like thoughts.
Yeah,
you
I think
know?
that if you definitely think, believe in like historical Jesus, he definitely met some Buddhists before, coming back, because like he's got a lot of Eastern
he had a lot of
things.
anger in him, and somehow some of that anger dissipated. He came back and was just like, God, guys,
Can we just get along?
people just be people, man.
Can we just like be people and get along?
Why aren't we just like letting people be people?
Yeah, yeah. He sat under a tree for a while, did the whole Buddha thing. He's I think it's a really cool track that explores some cool ideas about life and death. This one like is I think doesn't like, as far as like concept stuff goes, it doesn't like necessarily connect like fully with some of the other concepts, but not that I'm saying it's a bad thing. I'm just pointing it out.
It's still like within the realm.
It's funny because like, I mean, I didn't pitch this idea as like, because it's a concept album. I was
right.
I'm just so stoked to talk about it.
It kind of worked itself out like that. Don't you think when a plan comes together, guys?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, he definitely has a clear, like, point of view and
a vision
that ties stuff together, and this was just a great kind of, musing of just, life, death, and his thoughts on that. Yeah, I don't know. There's there's like some cool, little, stories in each verse. They kind of get into different things. Like the one that we played has stuff about, I had a son, his mother died. She got bit by a snake and it slithered away, but I tried to raise him right. But then the boy ran off and bitterly he wept and looked down all around the town. Can nothing be kept? And then the last verse it starts with, I said, ferryman, what time is it? Or what is time? And he said there's no such thing. So yeah,
time isn't linear like we believe it to be.
Yeah, this almost like is a lot about some of the stuff from that Gorillaz album, the one we covered recently, The Mountain.
The new one.
Yeah, this theme wise would fit perfectly with that album, The Mountain. You know what I mean? But yeah, I appreciate it as a song. It's really, really great. And then we get to track 7. Won't you come out tonight?
Work in the morning, but if the game gets boring, well, I guess I can stick around. Won't you come out tonight? I don't know how long I'll stay. Won't you come out tonight, babe? I'd love to see your face.
Oh, that's a riff.
Yeah,
that's a riff from something.
Yeah,
like 70s.
It's very the Cars, very.
I know it sounds very familiar though, like that. Like the guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Beatles thing, right? I think it's a Beatles song. I can't remember the exact.
It feels like there's something
like.
It's Skinner D.
Doesn't sound right either.
It is Skinner D though.
But I know what you mean. I don't think it's Skinner, but it's something that's like, I can't think of what it is. It's gonna bug me too.
Well, if Future Brad can figure it out, we'll let you guys know.
It's gonna bug me though.
I know it's gonna.
But this one's real like classic. We were talking about it's like the Cars or
no Styx. Styx? No.
But what's the other group that this sounds like though? The Cars, and you were mentioning something else.
Oh, it's right there.
Shit. I need you to remember something other than that though.
I know.
I need your brain. Is it Springsteen? Is it Springsteen you were saying this is like Tom Petty? Petty?
Yes, I believe I was saying that.
Yeah. We were saying this is a lot of like that kind of Americana,
like that 70s
like period
American Girl, kinda,
like what 2 or 3 years where that was like the big sound. I don't know how long that lasted. But yeah, it's got a very classic sound is all I wanted to say. And it's just a very sweet like love song about taking your girl out in a small town in a mountain village, you know, in his Arkansas hometown. It's a really nice reprieve from some of the like negative stuff we've been dwelling on in some of the other tracks, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, like I said, like this in the last track, like it's not necessarily like about like the state of the union or the state of what's going on in the world, but they're great songs, you know, that really show his songwriting abilities, you know.
It's very like I mean, I can't speak to this because I'm not American, but it has like it definitely feels like I mean, it sounds stupid to say it like this, but like, you know, obviously this is a specific point in history.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and it's like Trump administration and someone living in the midst of that, but also like, you know, there's reference like it just feels very like humble, grounded, like track in the like the midst of all of that. And it's just like kind of like, you know, it's real. Like I think that almost brings more realness to it. Even though it's a bit of a departure, it's like, you know, it almost like it's almost like a palate cleanse too.
Yeah. Well, it's like this
it.
is what we're fighting for. You know, this is what
exactly.
we're you know, bringing truth to power to protect.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Yeah, it's being able to go downtown, hang out with some friends without worrying about the fucking SS dragging you away and asking for your papers. Yeah. So yeah, it is something. Yeah, I would say in that way it is connected because it's showing the other side of the coin. You know,
well, it's like we have to wake those people up because I hear so many people that would never allow that to happen to them.
Yes,
be like, no, this is okay.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
They make their bed.
Why isn't this okay?
Yeah. Speaking of which,
I'm like, but what if they told you to do that?
Speaking of which, let's get back into it. This is Domestic Error, this track.
What do you know about Vegas? He said, what do you know about dying? He said, it's gonna be a bloody 25. He said, there's gonna be some loss of life. He gave me a one-time code for 10% off blue chews and collagen peptides. Hotels, casinos, and spaceships, Teslas and tunnels are fine. Folks get too close to the big White House and they lose their goddamn mind.
That's such a good line. People get too close to the White House and they lose their goddamn mind.
Yeah.
It's like, that is...
We ain't talking about proximity.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now I am with the UFC 250 or whatever thing.
It's like crazy too. Like they also demolished 1/3 of the White House. Like
the East Wing.
Yeah, the East Wing is all tore up.
Oh, it's all boarded up now because they won't let them do anything with it.
Yeah, because they didn't know what the fuck they were doing in the first place.
It's because they're trying to make a bunker.
Yeah, they are trying to make a bunker.
God, they're just trying to make a bunker, and they were just trying to cover it up with something. They need.
Well, that's like his daughter bought this island.
Oh yeah,
and that's like apparently it's just like the whole thing is bunkers.
Yeah,
because it's like a former military like stronghold. So if like I looked into it, and there's like all of these bunkers that are allegedly there in that space, and that's why it's. You know, there's a lot of development already there, but it's because there's like tunnels and stuff.
This is making a lot more sense now.
Oh, yes.
I was like, why is she taking this random fucking island? What the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah, that makes a lot of sense. People have been saying Epstein Island 2, and that tracks.
Yeah.
Well,
he did say he wanted something for when we all get and have sex with her. So, I mean, it's pretty.
Yeah. Anyway. So I guess keeping the family business going. Great. Sorry. Honestly, that sucks.
It's sad and terrible.
But yeah, this is a song about Trump and his cronies, though. So on point with this. Let's see. It's just, this is very topical, kind of like the first track. This is what we're living in. Man tamed down the horse. In that he saw no error, so he did the chickens and the pigs and the cows. And then he domesticated terror, and the snowball kept a rolling, and we can't seem to get it to stop. They're trying law and order and securing the borders, but our own fields, our own field grows the crops. If I ever want to see that flag up high, I'm gonna have to cut that pole in half, because most of the time, most of our lives, it's been flying down half-mast. Yep. He's got away with words.
He does.
Yeah.
Especially, I find like the politically driven one, there's so many layers to everything.
Yes.
And there's so much depth to just one sentiment.
Yeah.
That it's just like I do like, they're like my favorite songs on the album, like these kinds of ones, because I do find
rambling songs.
It's like
almost.
it's like also like tongue in cheek, where it's like it's this like happy kind of a melodic tune, and then when you hear the words, it's like holy shit.
Yeah, dude, you're right.
We were just talking about that. It's like 60s like uppity like beat tune to like a real 90s emo kind of
subject matter
song.
Yeah, that juxtaposition is really cool and hard to do. You know, it's sometimes hard to pull off. You know, like the Joy Nice song, which we'll get to in a minute. But like it like he's good at that. He's good at like that tongue in cheek stuff. You know,
100%.
And the line that we or the clip that we chose has like some weird stuff. Shoot our creatine gummies, and I wondered if he was lying. And then he's talking to a CIA guy. He says it's going to be a bloody 25, and I'm gonna just choose to believe that's a real conversation he had with some CIA guy, because that's totally the type of thing that you'd hear from him. And it was a bloody 25.
Yeah, like I mentioned, just the idea that there's so much to every line that is just really hard to, to navigate it, but also be on point with it, but also have so many layers to it is really cool. So
yeah. And I feel like he's not trying to like impress. He's just good at what he's doing and saying.
Calling out some shit too, and that's
like he is impressive. But like it's like there's no air of him like trying to appeal to you. He's speaking from the heart.
He's appealing to us because he's not trying to appeal to us. Again, very hard to
authenticity.
do.
Yeah, he's authentic. He's very authentic.
Because it's like I think it's coming like almost like coming from like I see your shirt and I can I know you.
I definitely wore this for this episode for sure.
Yeah, and it's like that idea that like I think there's a lot of people are struggling just with the reality of what's going on, and just like not just in the United States but all over the place, and like feeling like there's a lot of things. I feel like there's been realizations around like government, religion, powers that be, with like all of this stuff we've been bombarded with all of a sudden, and realizing how we've been like, sold so many lies. And then, I feel like it's such a reactionary response that is coming from a place of like expression. But like it's not for, expression's sake. It's like there's this like this is what I have to do. This is my way of serving or doing something.
Right. There's definitely an intentionality behind it.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. Like he is like he's got a clear like vision of, and he understands the medium and what it is there for, and he's definitely respecting that history of protest songs and truth to power. This next track we got for you is a little track called Red, kind of continuing on this theme.
Long and it matches my red hat. I got me a red bird and a red fish, a red dog and a red cat, and I got me a red pen and I use it. I got a big red chainsaw too. My red friend likes that white powder, makes his arms do weird salutes. When the war gets here, we're all gonna hold hands.
Oh yeah, the idea behind this track is very interesting. It's the chorus I'm just going to read it. When the war gets here, we're all going to hold hands. All the Baptists and the Catholics, all the Marxists and the fascists.
Cowboys and the cowboys and liberals.
When we get there, when the war gets here, we're gonna get on the level. Everyone will look a little bit nicer when you finally meet the devil. So
we'll know the difference.
This is a very like class conscious like song where it's just like, listen, like once we're like rounded up and put in the camps, it's not going to matter what your background is.
Yeah.
You know
what it reminds me of? It's like, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like when they were looking for this group, I said nothing. You know, like
yes,
this idea
that it is. It's a variation of that.
It's from World War II.
It's
from Germany. It's like a German poem.
Yeah.
Like they didn't come for me, so I didn't speak up, and then they didn't come for them because I wasn't a Lutheran.
Right.
Like Catholic.
Yeah. Very similar sentiment in this song.
Yeah. And I find this song like the poetry of it is so phenomenal. Like that's something that the lyrics are amazing, but there's something very poetic about it too, and it's like referencing the red hat and it's like very catchy, almost like not like a child song, but this does it sound like a child, but it's like simple lyrics.
It's digestible. It's
easily digestible.
It's deep, but also like just a regular person can
understand,
get something out of it. It's not superficial or in any way.
No, it's like it's very to the point and direct and very simplistic language, but it's almost like it's also visual because you're thinking red house, red car, big red batteries, and like blue. Like there's things that you can just visualize immediately, and which characters are who and what he's referencing, and it's very specific.
We are in a place where that the lines have been drawn in the sand, and we know where we are. I love the songwriting is so good. I was going to ask were you a fan of Bright Eyes growing up?
I definitely I can see some parallels to
I was thinking it's like Bright Eyes but even more in the tradition of folk. Like Bright Eyes, like he was saying some of this kind of stuff too, for sure, but just not nearly as directly and as with the purpose of like truth to power as much as just expressing himself.
He had a very good example to make.
The reality too is like with him, it's so punk rock though.
Yeah.
Because this is not a political climate where these things are advocated for. Like when Bright Eyes was like making albums, like that stuff, it was like kind of commonplace, or it was like accepted to say things like this. And it's like,
sure,
you know what I mean? Like nowadays it's like there has been moments where if you talk badly about the administration, you lose your job, and it's like there's a threat in the air, and it's like with this it's like he's like, I don't care, I'm gonna do what I want, and it's kind of in the face of what a lot of people are doing. And there's like risk involved in that in a real way. So
definitely. And especially like the bigger he gets, the more risk it is for him.
And like in terms of like, I don't know where he's from, and
I think it's Arkansas,
and like how liberal is the Arkansas? You know what I mean? Like those kinds of things.
Probably not very liberal area, if I were to guess.
So like it's interesting to see such a strong stance coming from what you wouldn't expect. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And even just his tone, his delivery, the choice to sing it in a double wide. Like, it's cool. It's a very interesting way to do it. So
because there's plenty of country music out there, but not a lot doing it in the outlaw country and folk traditions. You're actually it's like a purpose, like
a counterculture kind of way of doing things.
It's like they're like, we play music, but also there's like a reason to what we're doing, But this next track we got for you is one of my favorite tracks. This one's really fun. This is Join Ice.
Come with me and put some folks in detention. Just last week was kind of tough. I put a kid in cuffs. I zip-tied a lady to a van. We can sneak around town. I'm working folks down. I hear they get a great benefit plan. Join Ice, boy, ain't it nice? Join Ice, take my advice. If you're lacking control and authority, come with me and hunt down minorities. Join Ice.
Wow.
I love how well he lampoons ICE in this track.
It's so good. It's like
It's
I
so
see
good.
like the line. See, I failed the academy. The cops weren't having me. Which
Oh
is
wait, hold on. I think I might have that. 1 second.
See, I failed the academy, the cops weren't having me, the army didn't sound that fun, so I found me a paramilitary operation that was keen to hand me a gun. I got picked on in school, I never felt that cool, there's a hole in my soul that just rages.
Sorry, I picked multiple clips for this one because I just couldn't get
It's
enough
so
of it.
good.
But what were you saying?
No, sorry. It's just, but it's like, but that's like the connotation. Like, I mean, I've
Yeah.
seen so many videos of these like over like people who aren't physically fit rolling around the street, grabbing for their gun and just shooting.
Dude,
And it's-
right? It doesn't even like look elite in any way. You know what I
No.
mean?
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's just
like-
and that's the image that like globally ICE has.
Yes.
So it's just like him making fun of them in such a direct way of like, oh yeah, you were a loser in school and now you couldn't get into all these other things and now you're
Yeah.
just like showing off like
Yeah.
you think you
They'll
are
give you a
someone.
gun and authority, so go ahead, have some
Yeah.
fun.
You're a fucking incel. Like you can't
Yeah.
resolve your issues with women because you're just, you know, not willing to do that.
Dude,
He's
I
just it's
I saw
just
a great
really
video of a nice
Yeah.
guy getting arrested with his 2 kids in the back because he was like drunk driving with his kids in the back of the car.
Oh no.
And they
I saw
caught him
that,
and-
yeah.
And they like made him do like a breathalyzer, and he was just like, "You know who I am? What are you? Are you part of them that problem in Minnesota?" What are they,
Oh,
like,
was it an ICE agent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a nice
Oh.
agent getting pulled over by like a regular
Mhm.
cop.
Yeah,
Regular
and that's the thing. Whenever they're
And
caught for
he's-
doing normal shit, they pull that immediately.
God.
Oh yeah.
There's
yeah.
a lot of videos
He
of
was
that
just- he was
type of
just
shit.
like
They're just drunk with power.
Nope. And he
Yeah.
was drunk.
And he was actually drunk.
And he was
Yes.
literally drunk.
He was
too,
literally drunk. Yeah. It's a pathetic organization to join, and you're pathetic if you join it.
Yeah.
Sorry, any
Yeah.
listeners that are thinking about joining up, but I do not and will not respect you ever.
Yeah.
If that happens, please stop listening to this podcast. But yeah, I couldn't get enough of this song though. I got one more clip for you guys. This is I couldn't get enough of what he was saying. Here's the third clip.
Well, if you're looking for thrills and you're wanting to kill, but you don't want to travel far, they'll give you some chemical spray, and in a couple of days you'll be shooting women in their cars. If you've been prone to failure and your life's been hell, you're entitled to some compensation. They'll give you some federal immunity to kill with impunity. To give a salute, they'll put you on location. Join ICE.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Fuck.
Oh, don't say
This
that.
is all, yeah. It's like I'm like enjoying it, but I'm enjoying because it's awful, and he's nailing it on the head.
Yeah,
He's
doing it
like,
so-
that's specific like images being conjured of like
Yeah.
things that have happened, and
Yes.
you know, obviously,
Yeah.
and it's just like it is like it's so sad and scary, but he's saying it like in a very like obviously he's not celebrating.
It is
Right,
It is a
right.
banjo rednecky.
And-
Yeah.
And we were talking about it a little bit, I think, during the
Oh.
listen through, but like this is the kind of thing too that there is going to be some conservative out there that listens to this and is like, "Oh yeah, I love this.
It
I
is
love ICE."
redneck. It is redneck.
You know,
as
completely
fuck.
missing entirely the fucking point. Like I was joking that Trump would like retweet this, thinking like it was
Yeah.
it was a positive. You know,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah,
Being a real patriot talking about them like this.
yeah, right. Yeah, we just put this on the website. You know, But yeah, it is, especially like this, feeds into the title of the album, Masks Off. Cause like, it's kind of a double entendre, the Masks Off thing, because it's like, on one hand, their masks are off, as in they're not, hiding the horrible thing he's doing anymore.
Masks off.
But on the other hand, masks are totally on because they don't want to deal with the consequences.
They don't need people knowing
of
who
their
they
masks
are when
going
they're
off.
at home.
Yeah.
I'm not getting in trouble. I'm not getting a rock thrown through my window.
Yeah.
Just because I beat somebody in an alleyway for no reason.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, and that's not even getting into the stuff going on in the detention centers, which
absolutely
you can read about. But yeah,
I was going for
sexual assaults,
but they're still
horrible conditions.
Children in those spaces. It's just like, it's very. I mean, the reality is it comes across as like concentration camp.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's like you're taking people who were working, contributing to society.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's questionable how many of these people were actually illegal.
Yeah.
I know there a lot of them have been detained.
They've been profiling like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not about their illegality, frankly.
It's about profiling. It's take now, ask questions later.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's the thing. No matter how they like market it, it's like never been legal. Like just straight up, it's never been a legal practice that they're
like,
in.
oh, we took in 100 people.
It's important to remember
30 of those were good arrests.
Yeah,
and
right.
It's like,
30 out of...
That's great.
Yeah, we killed about 30 to get those 30 arrests, but...
So we released like 30, 40 people.
Yeah.
We killed 30.
That's a
30 of those were legit. And out of those, 10 of those were rapists.
Yeah.
That's what, like... We're keeping them out of the country.
We have more rapists in the White House than all of the concentration camps that are open in the United States.
Oh,
yeah.
And I don't think that's an exaggeration.
I don't think so.
But yeah, so that's Joy and Ice, though. It's really like that one he had, prior to this album coming out, and has been one of his popular ones. He performed it on Colbert. So it is getting some rounds, which is good. Because it is like one of those songs, getting back to the kind of that history of like Neil Young and Bob Dylan. Like, it is one of those songs that like can and should be one of the anthems that rises out of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Just like it's just
this
a very
album should rise out of this.
Definitely
a lot of relevant shit.
Like people
should the board.
People should even, cover some of his songs at rallies. You know what I mean? Like people used to do with different protest songs,
Absolutely.
It should be entered into the canon of protest songs,
I agree. Yeah.
But yeah, this last track is a really beautiful track to end the album. It's called This and Not Some Other Way.
In the mornings when I wake up, I'm afraid that I might die, so I try and stay awake, and I keep a watchful eye. In the fog of war we've burned alive, the saints along with sinners. I will be with you today in paradise. If I don't come in for dinner, stay with me.
You know what I like about the clip that you got is that it's a very modern take on what is a very old sentiment, especially the farther back you go in human history, like dealing with war consistently.
Yeah.
Like if I'm gonna wake up positive today, and when I leave, if I don't come back for dinner, why?
Yeah.
You know why I didn't. I went out. I
went
out and tried to live the day to the fullest, no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it can be read as like kind of a, should I be struck down for some of the stuff I'm saying?
That's what I feel too. Yeah.
Just remember that it was worth it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I guess this one is supposedly one of his more personal ones, just about him and his kind of just experience in life. Let me see if I can find the quote from him on the page here. He says, when I was ready to record, I pulled my van over to the side of the dirt road in Siloam Springs between two cow pastures, took my tripod out and played it on the bumper of my van. Lyrically, it covers a lot of grounds. I guess it's a song about being me. So
That's cool.
Yeah, because I think that he's maybe just kind of in a sense, just kind of get into his personal life. Like, he also, despite all that's going on, he wants love and he wants acceptance in that way as well. Even if that's not what he's singing about most of the time.
I think that's like listening to it, it's definitely like I don't know, like thinking of an artist and like what they're wanting to convey,
Mm-hmm.
but also like with regard to his specific kind of art and how politically motivated it is,
Charged.
like
Yeah.
charged. Exactly. It
Yeah.
feels very like it is, like I said earlier, it was like there is a thread involved in him doing that, but I think there's a part of me
Yeah.
that like the way it comes, how I interpret it, maybe because I feel it, is like I think that on some level sometimes people, it's like my soul is more important or my art is more important than my life, in the sense
Yeah.
that I'm not, there's a lot of things going on in the world that I don't agree with,
Yeah.
and I can't just pretend it's not happening. But
Yeah.
I have to be able to like expose my soul and be there, hopefully to be accepted by some,
Yeah.
not necessarily all, obviously,
Yeah.
but then like being okay with that because of the importance behind it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he's speaking a truth too,
Yeah.
and he's speaking a truth that a lot of us, especially a lot of us that already knew, and even more of us are finally coming to understand.
Yeah.
Just about what's
Yeah.
going on. You knew with both parties, it's like,
well, yeah, it's becoming,
we need to reorganize
it's becoming more of a class solidarity.
Like this
thing,
is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, because I think that they're
just getting away with it, and he's making songs about it now.
Because I mean, like,
because that's what has to
there
happen.
are the like sycophants of Trump that are like, are ignoring the Epstein stuff, but I think there's a hell of a lot more that were burned by that and that are really like, feel betrayed, and finally starting to understand.
A lot of people that don't understand what happened to them.
Yeah. And there is class solidarity is growing, despite what everyone's trying to fight it and nip it in the bud. But
my favorite
class solidarity is coming.
My favorite moment was literally when like all these white women in particular supported Trump in his last election.
Yeah.
And then a lot of them lost their government jobs because of those Doge wipeouts.
Right. I remember
and
that.
And they were
early
like,
on. Yeah.
What?
Like, wait a minute.
You did that to me?
Hold up. I'm part of affirmative action in DEI?
No. How could that?
I
what?
Didn't. Uh-oh.
That's what I find so confusing. I'm like, when you go into the voting booth, you don't have to disclose who you voted for. Like, you can say you voted for Trump, but you actually didn't. And that's what I found so confusing, because I'm like, no woman benefits from him being in power, regardless if you're white or not. Maybe if you're a billionaire or a millionaire, maybe.
Yeah.
But, whatever.
White rich men.
Yeah.
White, especially white rich men, but even just rich men benefit from Trump being in power. Nobody else does.
Yep. Yeah. It's
wants
definitely
to fuck everybody else.
Definitely a white supremacist movement, and that only benefits I mean, maybe temporarily or in a little bit of a way, white women, but they're still subject to the white men ultimately in that system.
Yeah. They cannot give up their right to vote.
Yeah.
And I keep seeing more and more, and I just find it insane.
It is pretty wild. But we got one more thing we got to do at the end of this podcast, and it's this. But we got to rank this.
Tear it up. Tear it up. Tear it up. Tear it up.
Yep, we got to rank this thing. I haven't fully remembered how to share screen or whatever, so we're just going to do this verbally here. We got the list to look at here, though. So I will just say I think that it does deserve pretty high marks.
I personally was going to give it like a 4.
I was gonna say I feel like
4,
I feel
5,
like it's definitely.
5.
I think it's definitely a pretty solid 4, almost like the definition of a 4.
I almost think we should put it on top 4.
Yeah.
Like the top level of.
And what I mean by that is like it is a cohesive album with a lot of connective tissue. He's got like a mission statement at the beginning. He's got an end that's also kind of a bit of connecting to that. I mean, but it's not like a story album. It's not like an album with a main character. It's not there. Like, it's not that kind of concept album. So,
but it's damn good.
Yeah. I'm definitely feeling the 4. Danielle, do you know about our rankings and stuff? You've been on a few of the ones.
Yeah, rankings, right? I in terms of what a 5 would be, I'm not familiar.
Oh,
but I would
5
say
is like your Dark Side of the Moon, The Wall. What
did we put there?
The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. What's above?
What's in S tier there?
Oh, above S tier.
What are those? Yeah.
Oh, this is Francis the Mute by Mars Volta, and the second Inspector 34 album.
How did those get
that's just how the votes went. So I think in Francis the Mute, one person said that they wanted it ranked at 4.20, and then the other person said they wanted it as a 6.9. They ranked it as. So the average ended up being above a 5, and I couldn't do anything about that.
What's our top one then?
Operation Mindcrime.
I'm sorry, Operation.
I think Operation Mindcrime is our quintessential S tier 5.
Who sings that?
That's Queensryche it's an 80s hair metal band, but they're kind of the mold, I think, for
they set the standard.
5. Yes.
I always talk about Pink Floyd myself.
Yeah.
The Wall.
Yeah, there's a couple Pink Floyds. Yeah, we got The Wall and Dark Side. We have Damn from Kendrick. Plastic Beach. I'd say The Mountain recently was a 5. From the Gorillaz.
Oh yeah. And of course we
Tommy's also a 5.
And
Garth Brooks, the Chris Gaines album is of course a 5. So that one, there are certain exceptions where it's
you got to be there sometimes.
Yeah, you had to be there. Yeah, for sure. But what are you thinking though? 1 to 5 as far as the concept album.
I mean, I would definitely say minimum 4, but I would lean towards like 4. I would lean towards more 4.5 ish.
Okay.
Because I do feel like this. I mean, it just came out, but I feel like even because it's so fresh and we're in the moment.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think if you listen to this 20 years from now.
Yeah. It might be. Yeah, it might become a 5. It might become a 5.
That's what I'm saying. Is you might look at it with a little bit of a different lens if we weren't in this current climate and it wasn't a real moment. So
yeah. I think a high 4 is a good place for it. Yeah. Because I was thinking the same thing. It's like because we might be seeing the beginning of a big career or whatever, and everything will be recontextualized if that's the case.
And even just I'm thinking about I want to read reviews on this too, because I feel like there's probably it's like I said, it just came out on the 12th of June, which isn't just long ago.
Yeah.
And then just seeing people I don't know, talking about the album, I feel like that sentiment might be kind of also indicated that it is a very concept focused album. So
yeah, I'd be curious to see what the next couple of months are going to be, because I think it is getting great word of mouth.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just don't know if the top 40 or media system is going to.
I mean, I don't
push it at all.
Matters that too much. I mean,
I don't think it matters, but I would be. I'm excited to see if the word of mouth can become as impactful as it should be.
I feel like you even making a video on this, so you're probably going to get more hits because there's going to be people who are like listening to people covering the album. Not to do with that as it's not a focus. It's just I was really excited.
Right.
But the reality is, like, I'm just trying to see how many views he got for the one I sent you. The
live album. Yeah.
Yeah, that has like, well, it's 133,000 views.
So yeah, I think
it'd be higher than that.
I was gonna say I think though it is word of mouth though. I think that the word of mouth is how this album is getting out right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like I've been telling people
I feel
about
like
it.
That's important for its characters.
Yeah, because it being such a folky, album, like that's really cool. Oh shit! Hold on.
Show's never really dead.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to listen to more Jesse Wells,
Yeah.
But
so what are we thinking here?
I think we're thinking. I think high 4 is what we landed on.
I think
4.8, between 4 and mid 4, somewhere in there, average wise.
Yeah.
I'm thinking between 4 and 4.5.
Maybe throw it on this one here somewhere. In the middle there's a small category in between 4 and 5, which is 4.85 Ula and 4.9 spelled NEIN, like the German.
Yeah, let's make it the third
actually
one
that fits. We do have another album that touches on like fascist themes, so I think that this is kind of going to become that category. Yeah, it's going to become the category for loosely discussing fascist problems in a really important way. Category. So 4.9. We have another one.
4.9.
Yeah. But thank you for coming on the podcast. We really appreciate you coming back again. It's always great having you on, and we'll definitely have you on again, of course.
Sweet.
Do you have anything going on? Anything to plug?
Yeah, I mean, I can. I did like
you're not on From yet, but
not on yet.
We'll get there, listeners. This is up to us.
You got some strings to pull if you can pull them.
Yeah.
But I've been hitting up the like background work a little bit. But I just like I'm filming sketches like right now, so I can send you one I've like been in, and then I like I said, I'm plugging a book that I just edited, it's in the process of being published right now.
Yeah.
I was like and so that the name of that book is Don't Forget Me When I'm Gone, which is based on a Glass Tiger song from the 80s. But it's basically a book about, it's very deep subject about child loss, a parent's journey through the loss of their child. So, and just like from a spiritual point of view kind of thing. Yeah. But don't forget me when I'm gone. But I will also send you sketches that I'm in where I'm talking about really silly things. That's
nice.
Yeah, not even PC sometimes. So like, anyway, so that's kind of like
sketches go where they need to go.
Yeah, exactly. It's needed. It's necessary. But so I can like send you that information.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I'd also like to recommend my buddy Chris's Easily Offensive podcast.
Yes, nice. local podcast.
Local podcaster. They actually just did one about like late 80s, early 90s, like sitcom dads.
Yeah. They were kind of going over their favorite sitcom dads. Yeah.
Got some fresh opinions about Bill Cosby as a dad.
Yes, of course.
Some fresh takes on that.
Yes. But yeah, we'll hopefully have some of them on sometime.
Yeah.
But yeah, local podcast. We'll make sure to. Nice. I'll put a link in the description for those guys. Thanks everyone for listening to the podcast as always. And if you want to go over to youtube.com/FlyOverStatePark and like and subscribe, and go to patreon.com/FlyOverStatePark, and it is free to join that. And that's the only place that for sure you'll get all of the episodes, because in any other place, the copyright police are taking down little pieces of different things. So Patreon is the only place where you can get all of what we have in our entire backlog. So thanks again, Danielle. And thanks everyone for listening. We'll catch you on the next album concept.
Hell yeah.
Bye.
The Album Concept Hour is Brad LeBaron, Dave Gallagher, and John Aker. Special thanks to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard for the theme music. Join the discussion on our Discord. Or for everything else, go to linktree/Flyover State Park. See you on Side B. This is Flyover State Park. You are clear to land.